So now they gonna put me in a cell.
So they know who Fleece is at that point.
Yeah. So they put me in a cell with this big old black motherfucker. They call him Doc, Big Doc. Boy, this motherfucker look like shit. King Kong was some motherfucker. He had a big old, his nose was about the size of my fist. He had a big old nose, red eyes, and he was a big motherfucker with big fingers and shit. He just looked like he was just made to fight.
Yeah.
You know, like a gladiator type motherfucker. So I'm in a cell with him. They had double cells then. I stopped that long. I'll tell you about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this motherfucker, that's the one I was telling people about it, had that hole in the wall.
Yeah, that was to trick the younger people, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead and tell us about that, cause
yeah, he had a hole in his wall. See what he did? It was a hole in his wall. So he took a little balloon thing and put some baby powder in her and blowed it up to where it swelled up. So he pressed it into the hole, stuck it in her. And then took a sheet of paper and put some cement on it. And when it hardened, he taped it over the hole and then painted over it where it looked like, you know, the regular wall and shit, right? I didn't know the shit was there.
Mm-hmm.
So he started talking crazy and shit. He got to fuck something, all this old shit.
He got a what?
Fuck something.
Oh, okay. He trying to get somebody to mess with.
Nah, he was trying to fuck me. So that's what his mind was on, right? He was trying to fuck me, right?
Yeah.
So by that time, the door opened. We went out for chow, right? So I was telling some of my friends out there, man, this big black motherfucker. And so they gave me a little knife, a little knife. Because the butcher knife I used on the other incident, I had to get rid of that because if they caught me with it, they was going to charge me with it, you know, an outside charge.
Mm-hmm.
So I got another knife. So I went back in the thing, so this nigga put on a pair of shorts. They had a lot of holes in it. Whenever he walked, his shit would pop out of one of the holes, right? And he'll put it back in his drawers. And I'm like, I said, this is a nasty ass nigga right here. But I ain't gonna lie, I was afraid. I was actually afraid. And then when that nigga sounded off and hit that damn wall, and his arm went through there and bust that thing, and it made a big old boom noise, like he knocked the bricks out of the goddamn wall, right? And all this shit was floating in the air. I didn't know it was baby powder. I thought it was fragments of cement.
Right.
You know, the dust.
You thought his fist was that
Yeah,
hard.
and his arm was white and shit. And I was like, and he run up on me. Nigga, do I gotta fight you, nigga? Nigga, I'm like, shit. The fuck I'm gonna do? This nigga give him some good ass, right? And I wasn't thinking about fighting. I was like, man, if I'm gonna let this nigga penetrate me, man, you know. And he made one mistake, cause when I moved that little knife, cause I already hit that knife, it stuck my leg, right?
Mm-hmm.
It brought me back to my senses. Nigga, you got a knife right here. Man, I gripped that mother. I'm left-handed, but I gripped that with my right hand, right? Because it was sitting on my right side.
Right.
And I ain't had time to switch it over to the left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just came up with it, slap, and just ripped all that open, right? Up, it cut him good, right? He ran to the door, guard. So I ran him back up and hit his ankles and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brought him down to the ground, and I stabbed the shit out of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when the guards finally came up to him, to the cell, they was telling me I done backed all the way up to by the toilet, and they like, it's gonna be all right. Just put the knife down, put it down. I was shaking and everything, man,
right.
Blood everywhere. Well, I finally gave them the knife. They took this nasty nigga and they transferred him. I don't know if he died or what. I went to the hole. They did the same thing, let me out.